Alright, this is your boy Jug out with another 50% event video. Alright, so I've done a lot of videos on this particular subject, okay? But today I'm going to be mostly covering how to prepare for the next one. This is what I do. This is not what everyone does. But because I'm generally a low spender, I tend to try and plan 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ahead. Alright, so today is construction and gemstones, okay? So we've got build your estate here. So I'm going to try and burn as many speed ups as possible to get as many of these free, what I call vouchers, okay? Because they change the name for every single event, so I just call them vouchers, right? Alright, so I've already spent everything here on the left hand side. And for me personally, I needed some stuff for guard weapons. So I went ahead and picked up those, the Wildfire Ascendant Scrolls, and whatever else I collect today, I'm going to pick up as many of these Mediterranean metals as possible to prepare for a future event, okay? So each and every single one of us is going to be completely different. You know, I've already picked up all these lava crystals that I can, okay? So I'm going to go specifically into what I'm doing for construction. Alright, now I have my construction gear on. So normally, I'd be going to save time over resources. But because I want to get some free stuff, I'm going to be burning as many speed ups as possible and trying to save as many resources as possible. Alright, because I get my speed ups from the exploration quest over here. You know, I personally buy them every single day. Alright, these speed ups are good for everything. Alright, I can train troops with these speed ups. I can do war books with these speed ups. I can do research with these speed ups, okay? Specifically these ones here on the left hand side. Alright, so if I go into my items, go into special here, if I scroll down, these are all the speed ups I have. And to get the maximum amount of rewards, I'm going to need to use 3,333 speed ups. Chances are I'm not going to make it that far. So I'm probably only going to get to, go to build your estate, about 90,000 minutes, or maybe if I'm very, very lucky, I'm going to get all the way down here to 135,000 minutes. So if I were going to try to save time, I'd be using these little hammers right here. I'd be going up here and buying the temporary wonder, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just trying to get as much construction done. So how do I do that? Well, I made a little bit of a mistake. This is a word of caution, right? So let's go into the shop here. So when you use these specific buffs, okay, this only works until Castle 35. I am Castle 35. I raced ahead to kind of help my kingdom, and you know, so we could have more T11s. You know, I've been C35 for a while. You know, I've just been on the slow grow. Hindsight 2020, I would have stuck at C34 and I would have maxed out all my buildings and then would have gone up to C35 because then I could no longer use this buff. So again, that's entirely up to you guys whether you want to do that. It's just my personal suggestion, okay? So alright, so if you look at some of my buildings, right, you know, I have some of these resource buildings which I've changed. You know, as time goes on, I need different resources. So I've changed from having a lot more lumber mills when I was smaller to a lot more iron, right? I've changed my food to silver. Alright, so if you look here, I'm going to show you kind of the layout of my estate. I've only got 2 lumber, 2 food, right? That's all you need, okay? And I got a few camps up here. Alright, so I'm going to be focusing on the buildings that don't require resources or don't require much. I've got a lot of wood open. I'm probably going to be running out of iron first. Alright, that's just the way it is. But in my bag, I've still got my backup. Okay, this is my backup. I've taken all these resources from my farms. I've been hitting them for the past couple hours. but I've been saving up for this event. You know, I wasn't even doing construction. I literally have this building right here. If you see, it is at level 3. And I just demolish this every single day, or I rock it up until I need resources for it, and then I demolish it. All right, and I get my dailies done. It's not for everybody, but it's what I do, just to save my resources. Because these buildings are expensive. You know, if I look at this one here, this one's already maxed out, but if I go down here a little bit more, it's going to cost me, going 29 to 30, almost $1 million silver, okay? And then I go here. This one's 34 to 35. This is going to cost me, I mean, not a lot, but in the grand scheme of things. But I'm going to be pushing these last today, okay? So my main focus is going to be trying to get myself up to castle level 36. All right, I've already got the badges for it, so I've got to build my wall, build up my Hall of War. All right, but my main focus again is trying to burn as many speed ups as possible. And the reason I'm doing this is because at my castle level, it's easier for me to get speed ups than it is resource. As you may notice here, I've still got 1,394 vouchers left, okay? And we've still got gemstones, right? So I'm going to be pushing my gem, after I do my construction, I'm going to be pushing my gemstones as far as I can, trying to go for the next reward. I'm not likely to get the very last one. I'm going to run out of gemstone essence, and I'm not really spending money. Right, so I'm gonna stop there. So what do I do with all the extra vouchers that I have? Normally, I'd be going for these intensity gears. Right now, I am at all level 5 gears. But if you scroll, these things do tend to move around. Okay, so these level 6 gears are gonna cost me 500 a piece. I just don't have enough vouchers for that, so I'm going to have to slow grow them. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare for future events. Okay, so I'm going to basically kind of look through the shop and see what I can buy. Alright, so today I'm specifically going to be upgrading my gems. Okay, so I'm going to be upgrading from the light gems I have now to shadow. And everything that I have left over, I'm going to be planning for the next event. For me personally, that's buying these Ragefire scrolls. Okay, I have enough to upgrade one, but I didn't this time because it wasn't going to give me any more points. Alright, I ran out of materials. I just had to stop where I was at. Alright, so really, it's about planning your account for the future events. You've got to see what you've got in your bag. So now we're going to talk about what you can do to plan for future events. Alright, so if you guys look here, I am checking out my curiosities. Alright, so a lot of you guys are going to be looking here and wondering why I haven't activated this yet. Honestly, it's because it's not going to give me any more points. So I'm going to do that after I've literally finished everything so that I can kind of even my stats out a little bit. And so even when I dismantle, for example, this one here, right? It's completely maxed out and I activate this here. Even when I activate it and equip it, it's not going to give me any more points, which is okay because when the next event comes around, I'm going to have all those extra bits and pieces to do just that. Okay, so it says here I have 232 out of 200. So I'm going to need 170 Rage Scrolls, to activate another R6 Curiosity. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy as many of these as I can so that when the next event comes and I've collected all my materials from the spirit mines and bought whatever I am going to buy from the store, it gives me a little bit of an advantage in the next event. Now, this is not for everybody. Some people just don't want to play the point system. Maybe they're spending so much money. Most people just say, I don't have the patience to wait. But from my own personal experience, those who don't have the patience to wait for the stats generally end up falling behind if they're not spending because they don't have the patience to wait. It's a preference thing. I am not the most patient person in the world. But in this case, I realize that my impatience is just going to force me to spend more money, or I'm just not going to be able to upgrade next. All right, so I'm going to be going into my guard weapons here. As I said before, I invested in those Ragefire scrolls. So if you click here, it says I have 170 out of 100. So by participating in events, I'm going to be able to get those, the next 26. All right, so that's going to again prepare me for the next event. Now, if I go down to here, as long as this one here is worth less points than this one up here, I'm going to go ahead and create it, but I'm not going to level it up, not until the next event. Again, this is what I do. I'm not saying that you should do it with your account. All right. Now, if I was a spender, I'm what you may consider a non-spender, or I'm mostly free to play. You know, I will go a month, even 2 months without spending anything. It all depends on my motivation to push my castle. Now, if I was going to be spending, you know, let's say I've gotten allotted $5 a day. It's entirely up to you guys. I generally go based on percentages, okay? Like today, I spent a total of $10, you know, which I actually only went $5 above my budget for this entire event. But the last 50% event, I didn't spend anything. You know, I hardly upgraded anything. I got a few points here and there, and I just held. That's a preference thing. And, you know, it's one of those things that I have to be more patient because I'm not spending. All right. Otherwise, I'll get frustrated because I'm going to fall so far behind. All right. So, you know, I bought one of these, and I bought a couple $1 packs. But when I'm looking at what I'm going to buy, I generally look at this number here, the percentage, okay? So if I was spending every single day, I'd probably just be going down and buying the $1 packs, all right, of stuff that I need, okay? This is all about saving money in the long term, okay? So you're basically just collecting things that you're going to end up having to use anyways. So you buy the $1 pack of Essence. Why is that? Because the bigger packs that you buy, the percentage goes down that you're going to save. So if you're buying these small little packs every day, you don't have to upgrade things right away. You know, it's a matter of just keeping it in your bag, but you're saving that, you know, it's 236%, 2,360% here. But you go over here, and it's almost 200% less that you get. So it's all about planning for the future events, you know. Again, it's not for everybody. Some people would rather just say, I'm just going to spend on the day of the event. You will end up spending a little bit more, again, because as you go down here, these, you know, the percentage goes from 1,264 for the most expensive package, which you can buy 3 of these and you get 1 free. But if you go all the way over here, it's 1,992. Okay? It's, you know, you're almost getting half, maybe a little bit more than half, you know, when you're buying these big packs. So again, it's a personal preference thing. If I am or was spending, this is how I would run my account. All right, so there's really not much, a whole lot more that I can really say about this event, other than play to your strengths. You know, if you're a spender and you just don't care, spend. If you're, you know, a free-to-play player, you're gonna have to save even more. You know, maybe skip 2 events where you know, normally I'm skipping 1, or maybe just upgrading a little bit in 1 event and then I'm holding, just because I know I'm not going to get enough points. Again, this is your boy Jug, out with another 50% event, what you gonna do video. Peace.